Welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new. I think I have found the dreamiest cottage garden in Ireland. Today I'm having a little ramble. I'm going to visit two gardens. The first garden is June Blake's garden, which is what you'll see right now. If you're watching this video in autumn, the gardens that I'm visiting today have since closed. They closed the end of September, but they will be back open in springtime if you would also like to visit. So just save this for a future trip. This garden is snuggled in the townland of Tinode in West Wicklow. This garden spans 3 picturesque acres wrapping around June's home. The beautiful cottage in the background is a charming Victorian farm steward's cottage, complemented by a collection of stunning granite stone farm buildings. And one of these buildings, known as the cowhouse, is particularly noteworthy as it's an award-winning modern architectural conversion. It was late September when I visited this garden, so you will see from all of the planting in the borders plants like dahlias and rudbeckias and some sneezeweeds. So the planting, if you are watching this video, it was filmed late September. And I am only raging that I haven't visited this garden sooner. I definitely think it's one that I would love to see in springtime and then again in high summer, and to see how the borders evolve. I love that the garden has different levels. So when you arrive, I actually went in the back way and I went straight up this little hill and I was looking down and I could see the house and then the borders beside it. And I loved that the borders, you'll see as the video progresses, that they all have their own kind of colour theme. There is loads of height in the borders as well. And the plants, they were packed in. I got chatting to another lady who was visiting the garden at the same time. And we were saying how we have gaps in our borders. And I don't think I'm brave enough to pack them in, but that's actually, I think, how you get a good impact. So I think I need to master the art of taking cuttings and seeds, growing more plants and packing them in. Because the more plants, the less weeds. If you are visiting Dublin, it is about a 30-minute drive from the city centre. It was about a 40-minute drive from where I was. And if it's a sunny day like it was on the day I was filming, the views up here are just beautiful and it's such a lovely drive up here. There's an honesty box at the front, but there's also a little cafe here, and it is €6 to have a potter around the garden, but you can also do a guided tour as well with June. And you can buy some plants, and it's always nice, I feel, to buy a plant when you visit somewhere, but also from a local grower. I think it's very easy to go to the big garden centres, but it's nice to, I think, support a smaller local business. While some of the borders had loads of sunshine, there was a section that had some shade. And if you saw my previous video with my dilemmas of this shady corner that I have, it was amazing to get some inspiration. I noticed as well that there was some more tropical plants dotted in. I did spot a couple of little mini banana trees. And at the time that I was here, there was still so much in flowers, and the dahlias, oh my god, I can only imagine the upkeep. I wonder, do they lift them or do they mulch them? Because where this is located in Wicklow, it is slightly elevated and I could feel a bit of a wind even though it was sunny. So I wonder what kind of microclimate that they have. I imagine that they would get more frost than I would get in my good old semi-detached walled housing estate garden. Now where the grass is up on the hill, I believe that is normally a meadow, but the meadow had been cut, and also in the next garden that I visit there was a meadow, but it has been cut because it's later in the season. So I need to come back to see these beautiful meadows. If you want to kind of Google, you can see the pictures of when there's a meadow in flower. And also if you head on over to June Blake's Instagram, I'm sure you'll find loads of pictures as well. So yeah, I need to come back when the Irish meadow is in bloom. I would love to know if you have visited here. I did notice that there was a couple of people touring who were on their holidays, who had rented cars, and they were popping in. So I stumbled across this garden because one of you guys had mentioned it in one of the cottage garden videos. I was looking for ideas and suggestions on nice gardens to visit, and I also seen it in the Gardener's World magazine. There was a pull-out with gardens that you could visit, and at the back there was recommendations for some Irish gardens. I'd love to know if you have visited here and what you thought.
the colors. Summer love, lonesome dove, folded on the lawn chair in all the colors. Summer love, remember when we were getting nowhere fast, when the garden won't stop giving back honeysuckle, fresh cut grass. I could really use some stuff like that. Talk to me and tell me all that you've seen, all the colors. Summer love, memories washed in every shade of green in all the colors. Summer love, remember the lazy river day canoe, bathing in the turquoise blue, losing track of time with you. Another peach pie sunset view, sleeping in the afternoon.
My camera keeps auto-focusing on my Volkswagen Beetle's little Daisy, who's still missing her eyes. They must have blew off. Oh my god, this sun. This is not normal weather for Ireland, but September in Ireland can be very beautiful, especially when the kids go back to school. That's what we Irish always say. When the kids go back to school, or when they're doing the junior and the leaving cert, that's when the weather will be good. I'm gonna go around the corner to Hunting Brook Gardens. It is just 5 minutes more in the car. Now I do feel a bit like I'm after getting too much sun walking around the garden, you know when you get that feeling, but I've got a little fizzy drink here to give me a little boost. So, oh my god, like, stunning. That is the only word I have. Stunning. And it's coming towards the end of September and the gardens are still stunning, and there's loads of grasses as well, so I can only imagine what it looks like on, you know, that like a winter's morning with all the grasses and everything. Just beautiful. And it makes me again, oh actually I bought a plant. Guess the plant. What did I get? What did I buy? Let me know in the comment section. Some of you will know. It's a nice tall plant. I got a big chunk of one as well, so yeah. I bought a plant. I wasn't supposed to buy a plant. Anyway, let's get back on the road and go to the next garden. Just a short drive from Jane's garden is her brother Jimi's garden, Hunting Brook Gardens. This stunning garden features 5 acres of contemporary exotic gardens and 15 acres of enchanting woodland. If you are a forest bather, you are going to love the woodland trail here, and also it leads into a meadow with an absolutely stunning view. Now, the meadow was cut, however, I'm sure when you see the absolute picturesque, it looked like a painting, you will agree that it was still stunning. When you first enter into the garden, there's just stunning flower beds, loads of colour, vibrant, large-scale planting combinations that fill sunny beds and cascade along winding pathways. There was loads of rich jewel-toned colours and loads of grasses and foliage, that kind of structural, architectural foliage, giving quite an exotic, tropical vibe. You can do guided tours, and on the website it does say that you can do group bookings as well. So if you're doing like a group garden tour, which sounds like that could be a lot of fun. And you can also buy some plants. Now, I didn't buy a plant, I was very restrained. I know I bought a plant in June's garden, but I was very good. I didn't buy any more plants. I highly recommend you set aside some time to do the full woodland trail. It might take you about 20-30 minutes, but it is totally worth it. And it is like It is like anxiety medication, but in nature. It's instantly calming, and there's a little stream that goes through the middle of it, and just the noise of it. And it was also good inspiration to see the shady plants as well. But if you want to see a nice little Irish forest with a stunning view when you walk up to the meadow, take some time out and do the woodland walk. I promise you will not regret it. Can you hear this noise? I'm parked I don't know how this Volkswagen Beetle is still on the road. She does have a valid NCT, but I don't think she likes being parked on a hill. I think it's my handbrake. No, in fairness, I did hear some other cars creaking. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my little ramble today. If I look like I'm sweating, it's because I absolutely am. I walked around. I went into the meadow section, which has just recently been cut. So if you do want to come here, I would suggest maybe August time, because you'll get to see the meadow. Sorry, I think my radio's on. And yeah, you could go. It's just an absolutely stunning view. The view that's out in the meadow is the view that you would hike up Ticknock or one of them to see, but you can just come here and watch or get a glimpse of the view without having to put the steps in, although I am sweating from being in the woodland. But you do notice a drop in the temperature in the shade, which is actually really nice. I am glowing. I'm glowing, not sweating, glowing. Now, these gardens do close, so both June Blake's and Hunter and Brook gardens, they close this weekend, the 20th. No, tomorrow's the 20th, 23rd. And then they'll be open again then in springtime. You can just check out the website. So I literally just got my visit in by the skin of my teeth. But I think I would come again in the height of summer to see the meadows and the perennial borders as well. And also I did ask, because there's loads of dahlias, I asked if they lifted the dahlias or if they mulched them, and they lift them, because I did notice that there's more wind, so it's more up the mountain here in Wicklow. It's not like my little garden that's sheltered and has its own little microclimate in the little semi-detached walled garden. So yeah, they just, if you were curious as well, I did ask that question. They lift the dahlias, which I can only imagine is a mammoth job. Now, I'm going to get an ice cream because this is unusual weather, which calls for an ice cream. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. While I am no gardener like June or Jimmy Blake, do head over to the Cottage Garden playlist, where I share my messy corners, what I'm planting, my wins, my fails, and everything in between. Oh, and you might find some bees too. Head on over to the Cottage Garden playlist. You can find all the details in the description. And if you're new, please do hit the subscribe button, introduce yourself in the comment section, and say hello to everyone in the community. If you would like to support the channel and watch videos ad-free, then head to the members playlist, where you can watch videos before everyone else, and they're all ad-free. So if you want to have a binge and catch up on all videos, become a member, check out the member playlist. There's almost 200 videos, all ad-free.